starting off a new week, and we didn't start the vlog last night because for the past few weeks I've been starting off like with a pizza or something. We didn't have pizza last night though. We just kind of ate what we wanted to eat, but we did. I'm going to touch on something that I touched on in last week's vlog. So if you missed last week's vlog, you may or may not want to watch it before you watch this. Last week I talked about 2 documentaries that I had watched. One was Tiger, which was, I loved it, and we totally watched again. The other was called Some Kind of Heaven, which I really enjoyed too. But I told you all that Some Kind of Heaven is about a planned community in Florida called The Villages. And you have to be 55 years or older to live there. So it is a retirement community. Well, I don't know if I want to call it a retirement community because one of the ladies they focus on...
That's what they called it.
They called it a retirement. Okay. So anyway, last week when I talked about it, Kevin had not watched it with me. Kevin has not watched Tiger, but I do think Kevin would like Tiger. But last night, I got him to watch Some Kind of Heaven because I was like, well, maybe I was too hard on it. Or maybe I'm wrong in feeling the way that I felt about it. I just came away with it feeling like it wasn't for, that place was, the Villages was not for me. After seeing it for the second time, I realized what it was about it, but I'll tell you in a minute. But I want Kevin to tell you his thoughts about it.
Oh no, same thing. I agree. It's not my kind of place because I'm not a go do activities and socialize. I'm not a social person, so I'd much rather be in my house playing on the computer, watching TV, doing stuff like that. Tammy's the opposite. She likes to socialize. So
doesn't it surprise you to know that I do not think I would enjoy that?
Yeah, but I think you would actually like some of those activities, but not a lot of those activities.
I would enjoy some of those activities,
but like, not the ones that are like dancing. Well, some of the music ones you probably.
I would enjoy some of the. I would enjoy some of the dancing. You know what got me though? It seemed like that the couples, if you're a couple that and going out and doing that stuff, it seemed fine. I didn't like the thought of people going out like it was a dating service.
Once your partner has died, then.
Who says you have to be with anybody?
You don't. But I'm just saying, if you get lonely, you want to be with people.
Right.
Got single. They had singles groups.
I think that part just didn't sit right with me. There was one guy on there who was literally a con artist.
Oh yeah, he got it in the end though. He couldn't con anybody, so he got stuck with somebody he didn't want to be stuck with.
Yeah. But the thing is it is a place for outgoing people. It really does. It seems like if you're a reserved person, because I was thinking the whole time, this is not a place for Kevin. I do think Kevin would enjoy certain things too.
Some things.
Like they have bowling. I think Kevin and I would both enjoy bowling with other people. You don't have to be good at it to try.
Oh, yeah.
But like the dancing and stuff like that.
I would enjoy that. Like I would mind going and sitting and listening to people play music, but I don't want to dance to the music.
And at the end, the very end scene, they were playing that music, and a lot of people were just sitting in chairs just watching.
And listening. Like a concert series. You go to pop in the parks or something like that.
Yeah, so I
think that would be okay.
I do think now that I've watched it again, there are certain things that I definitely would like.
I think the place, I think if you're a couple, you would enjoy it because you can be a couple and do things together.
Yes.
I think once your partner dies, it would be a very lonely place because you're seeing everybody else running around doing all this stuff and you're by yourself.
Right. Yes, I do think, yes.
I think you'd be more depressed than anything.
Yes, I think if you're by yourself, it would make you feel twice as lonely to be there alone. Yeah. I agree. But
unless you made some really good friends while you were a couple, then it might be different. But.
Right, that's true. So maybe I could live there. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I could live there, and maybe I was too hard on it.
I also think they picked 3 couples that were very. Well, the one woman by herself was kind of typical, but the other 2 people they picked were so atypical people that it's like they don't represent what the community is about at all.
Really, I mentioned that couple in last week's video, the couple on YouTube that do YouTube videos, honestly, those are probably the typical couple that you would meet there, and they seem very, very normal, very nice, very, very likable. You know what? I probably could live there. I don't know. It just seems so, everything seems so planned. It's just, I don't know. Something about it all being planned, and it seems manipulated. The whole situation has been manipulated, like the Truman Show. I mean, it just seems
They said they built that whole town and made up history.
Yeah, they made up the history of the buildings and things that had happened. And I don't know.
We made it up over a bottle of scotch or something like that.
And that doesn't sit right with me. It just doesn't.
It's like Disney. It's like a park.
Yes, and it's fine. I love going to Disney, and I think it's absolutely wonderful. But when I'm there, I know that this isn't the real world too. I know that outside these walls, people aren't this happy, you know. So I got Kevin to watch that, but then there were two other documentaries we watched. Well, there's two that I watched. There's one that Kevin watched. One that we watched together was called Icarus, and Icarus, it's on Netflix as well. And well, the Some Kind of Heaven is not on Netflix. We had to get that from, we had to rent that one. But Icarus is on Netflix, and it is a solid 2 hours. And it is one of those rare documentaries where I watched it one time and probably when I watch it again, because I really like watching documentaries over and over again, because some things just get in my head and I get interested in them. But Icarus was like watching 2020 or Dateline or something like that. A new show for 2 solid hours. And what it is it is about the drugging within the Olympics.
Yeah, doping.
I said drugging, doping within the Olympics. That is what it's about, and it is a very, very interesting.
It's a little bit of a slower documentary too.
Yes.
I mean, all documentaries you don't expect excitement, but this one there wasn't a whole lot going on through a lot of the story.
It's exceptionally slow.
Yeah. So I mean, it was good. The introduction part, if you do want to watch it, just stick with it for about at least 30 minutes. Don't give up on it the first 30 minutes, because the first 30 minutes don't have anything to do with the last hour and a half.
They don't. It's completely different. No, completely different. It starts out as one thing, and the whole thing shifts, and it ends up being about something.
I understand why he did it that way, but I wish he had explained what it was he was doing at the beginning, so you kind of have an idea what's going on. But,
yeah, the guy that's doing it, I liked him, but he did not explain it well, what was going on.
It wouldn't have taken, you could have even been a paragraph on the screen that you read.
Right.
But anyway, it was a good documentary.
So another one that I watched, another documentary, this is on Netflix. I think it had 9 parts. It's called Lenox Hill. So really, they're calling it a documentary. They're referring to it as a documentary, and I think it's just because it's real life. It's like what the Learning Channel used to be when it was actually the Learning Channel, not like it is now with all these other shows. It is about a hospital in New York. Somebody lost a mattress. It is about a hospital in New York, Lenox Hill, and you meet different doctors. There's like a cancer doctor, what is that, an oncologist, and then you meet like a gynecologist, you meet these nurses. So during this documentary, you see women giving birth, you see people who have cancer, you meet different people going in to get treatments, you meet the doctors, you get to know a little bit about the doctors on a personal level and the nurses on a personal level. It is just really, really good. If you like medical type shows, especially with real stuff going on, you would absolutely like this. Kevin and I love the show called 24 Hours in A&E, and it's actually a UK show, and it's just very, very interesting. So if that kind of thing interests you, then then this documentary, it's 9 parts, you would really like it. But now, Ashley came over to the house last night, and we were comparing notes, and Ashley was telling us some that we need to watch. Hold on, because
she's watched a bunch of those.
She watched Lenox Hill. She has not watched Tiger yet, but I told her it was really good. But she watched one, Kevin, they're stopping.
Like idiots.
People are not supposed to stop at the top of this hill, and they do, and it's dangerous. They're supposed to keep going.
Yeah. What they're wanting is to go all the way over to the left.
But, you know, too bad, so sad. You go up and you come back. Yeah, anyway. She hasn't watched Tiger, but she said she watched another one with another sports figure.
Michael Jordan, I think.
Michael Jordan. She suggested The Last Dance. I think that was what it was called. The one with
Could be.
The Last Dance. She said there's one called Cheer that she loved. There's one called Blown Away. I
think she said the Cheer one was kind of like your hospital, and it was more like a reality show.
Yes. Well, all these are reality. All these are documentaries.
Yeah, but documentary is different than like a reality, like a multi-part show where it's talking about, like, they go in and they're showing how their life is.
Right.
A documentary is more scripted as far as what they're showing you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
She talked about one called Fire, F-Y-R-E, Evil, the Dawn Wall, The Social Dilemma, Wild Wild Country, and that's it. So, we will probably pick another one of those. We're still on season 4 of The Blacklist, so we watched one of those last night. But now we're on, we're on like season 3 of Vikings, right?
Yeah.
And it is so good.
I'm worried about Tammy liking that show. I'm glad she's liking it.
Oh, I love it. Oh, yes. I love it. I'm invested in these people.
We love the woman. Lagatha or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, she's amazing. She's absolutely stunning. She's beautiful. But there's a lot of the guys I like too in that. A lot of the men.
Oh, yeah.
It's a really, really good cast. And you actually get to care about them and care what they're doing and stuff like that. Are we not going to CVS?
No, we're going to.
Okay, we're going to HomeGoods. I didn't know if we were going to go to CVS first or HomeGoods.
No, because you wanted to get something maybe cold there. So.
Yeah, maybe if I can find it. Probably can't. I have an ongoing list. I told you all. I have a list constantly of stuff that I'm looking for. And somebody asked me, they said, do you have your list posted anywhere? And I think he was asking because he thought maybe if he found stuff in his area that he might send it to me or something like that. And I said no, because I'm going to be honest with you, because it changes so often. Because I might go out one day, I might be looking for Oreos and might not find them one day, but might go out the very next day and might find them. Well, I would hate for somebody in another area to find them and mail them to me, because it costs a fortune to ship anything. And then me have already bought them, or me have to wait for them, because Oreos is something that 9 times out of 10, we buy them, we take them home, we do the review, and I get the video up the same day. I get it out quick, because I know so many people want to see those Oreo reviews. So that is something that, honestly, if somebody did find it somewhere else, I wouldn't want to wait on it if I found it too, because I want to, I want to get that video out. So I really appreciate you all asking me. But yeah, I keep a running list.
And we don't want to throw a list up there with the expectation that people would find stuff for us.
Yeah, that people would buy stuff anyway. I don't expect anybody to ever. When I first started this channel, I think one of the first people, and now I don't remember the first person who ever sent me anything. You know what, I'm just not going to say any names, because I'll probably get it wrong and hurt somebody's feelings. But the first person to ever send me anything, I was floored, because I did not expect that at all. We've never, even today, even after getting sent so many boxes and stuff, it still comes as a surprise that people are so generous, that people go to the store and see the stuff and see, oh, this is new, I'm gonna buy this and then I'm gonna ship it to Tammy, because that's a lot of trouble. It really is. You have to, you know, you have to go to some trouble to be able to do stuff like that and spend your money. Yeah, and I mean, I appreciate it so much, but I would never expect anything like that. So,
although if it's a new item, you should probably let Tammy know on some platform, Instagram or whatever, that you bought it, so we won't buy it again.
If you do buy it, that's true. If it's a new item. Yeah, if it's a new item and you do buy it, yes, I would let me know, because that way, if I do have it on my list, I'll take it off, and I won't buy it. I won't look for it. Yeah, that's a really good idea. So anyway, we're almost to HomeGoods, Kevin's favorite store in the world.
You go pretty quick here lately.
I do. We have been in here so often that I can pretty much spot the new stuff. But the reason I'm going in here so often, now you have to go a lot during the holidays. During the summer, I think I go in HomeGoods the least. So like after Easter, there's really no holidays. You have the
Not that you decorate for it.
No. I mean, I might put some red, white, and blue on the dining room table this year. I don't know. I never have before. But yeah, after Easter, if you think about it, I don't go in there a lot until they start getting the Halloween stuff out again, which is what, August? So there's a couple of months where we don't go in HomeGoods very much. But I go in there a lot now, because you never know what Easter stuff you're going to find, what really cool stuff you're going to find. And they do get new food all the time. Now, we haven't bought any food in here in a little while. But I've been getting my coffee in here lately. I haven't had to order it from Amazon. And I know I'm getting it cheaper. So anyway, we've been talking here for 17 minutes. So if I see anything fun, I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have these. We're in HomeGoods right now. I actually have these rabbits. They've got St. Patrick's Day stuff here, but they've got a lot of Easter candy here, and these rabbits. And then behind us, they have
Those weird looking dolls.
Yeah, Kevin doesn't like these dolls. I think they're made in Germany. Kevin never has liked them. But they have all kinds of rabbits over here. These are some big ones you can put outside the door.
Have an Easter bunny nutcracker.
Yeah, right there.
This one's pink.
Oh, this one's blue. So on all the end caps down through here, they have Easter stuff. And look at that huge egg up there. What did you say you liked?
The pig.
Oh, the pig. So Kevin's going to start working on these metal earth sets. We have the Hubble telescope and the Space Shuttle Atlantis. Rebecca sent him both of these. So he's planning on working both of them. So, yeah, it's got it covered up with a label how hard it is. So we'll just look at them once he's finished with them. So these are the models. This is the Hubble telescope, and I'll try to get close up to it. And let's see. I don't know if you'll be able to see.
The shiny ones are hard to video.
Yeah, it really is. It's hard to, let's see. Let me move this out from behind it. There we go. So how hard were these?
That one was pretty easy. It was if you can get something to make circles, it wasn't too hard.
And then this is the Space Shuttle Atlantis.
That was pretty cool.
And yeah, and I like that they have the red, white, and blue flag.
Yeah, the paint job was really, really good on that, and the paint seemed very thick.
Yeah, so that was nice. So which one was harder? This one?
By far the shuttlecraft. That one, the hard part was the wings. getting the wings together.
Right. Well, let's look at the back of it. That's where
It's got the engines and everything.
Yeah, that's really nice looking.
So I'm in Ashley's. She decided to cook us dinner tonight, and I wanted to show you her artwork because I have not shown it. She bought this picture, and then she bought these three. These are 3 separate pictures, and Kevin had to work to get them even. And then, if you all recall, we bought her this chair for Christmas. It was like $230 something, I think, from At Home, and she really wanted it. Well, I'll be darned, right after Christmas, World Market was having 50% off their furniture, and she bought this one. Forgive the mess, that's stuff that I need to take home, and this is my coat, so it normally doesn't look like this. But she bought this chair from World Market, and it was cheaper than what we spent for the one At Home. But it's a really, really nice chair. So she got 2 new pieces of furniture for Christmas, but that fits in here perfect. And I just love her style. This is Ashley's chicken parmesan sandwich for me. These are her new plates, by the way. She bought new plates. So she has these plates, and she has the bowls and the mug, the coffee mugs. They are very 70s looking, but I love them. I think they're so very, very pretty. Ashley likes like 70s type stuff. But this chicken is absolutely massive.
Yeah, is that just a boneless chicken breast?
Yeah, but I open it up.
And then you smack it?
Yes.
Butterfly. I didn't even hit it.
She didn't even hit it this time.
You just literally sliced
So
it
it's huge.
in half and opened it up? Yeah.
So we're leaving Walmart right now, and I wanted to tell you, I bought this tote that's in front of us. This I call it a tote. It's a Rubbermaid container, and I'm buying it because I bought a lot of Valentine's decorations, and I'm gonna put my Valentine's decorations in there. But we left it in the buggy and scanned it with the lid on it. Nobody ever asked us to open it. I mean, we don't have anything in it. Of course, it's empty because we don't steal. But I just think it's funny. We could have stuck jewelry and shoes and socks and everything in there. And we didn't, of course, but we could have, and nobody ever stopped us at the door or anything. I just think that's funny. For dinner, I just thought I would show you. It is Sunday, and we made fried chicken and hash brown casserole. So that's what we're having for dinner. So I didn't mention to you, when we were at Ashley's, we played 500 Rummy, and Ashley won, didn't she? Mm-hmm. It was close, but Ashley did win.
It wasn't close for me.
And then we played.
I was way behind.
Then we played one of my favorite games, which Kevin does not like. I absolutely love it. It's called Bananagrams. So Ashley's the one that introduced us to it. And it's just, if you like Scrabble, it's a fast-moving Scrabble.
Well, it's one you don't have to worry about other people, what they're doing necessarily.
No, you do your own thing. You're making your own words, and you don't have to worry about anybody else. Each person has their own words, and you're all working at the same time. So with Scrabble, you're always you're sitting here. Okay, you're going da da da. You know, we start doing that, and to be smart, you don't do that during Bananagrams. You're working the entire time. The mind's working. I love it. Anyway, so we played that too.
Who won? I know I won
one.
Yeah, and then I won the second one.
And then you didn't want to play
again. And then Ashley wanted to play with her.
She wanted to play again, and I would have totally played again, but Kevin was done. So anyway. So we went to the P.O. box today. This is from Jane, and I know what Jane sent. I'm just thrilled to death. I do not know. She sent me some coupons too. I'm gonna open this in the box because it has glitter. I don't know where Jane's getting these, what magical powers Jane possesses, but she does. Because
I ate one of those last night.
Yeah, we are enjoying these immensely. These are the Hershey's Gold Candy Bars. They're the best candy bar that Hershey's ever made.
They're really good.
And you can't get them anymore. You can't get them from the website. You can't get them from anywhere. They have discontinued them. I don't know what they're thinking. I think they're out of their minds, personally, because these are fantastic. And if you ever bought the kisses. They had the Hershey's Gold Kisses. I mean, unbelievable.
I guess they
were
just didn't sell as many as they thought.
Well, they're my very, very favorite Hershey's. So thank you so much, Jean. And thank you for the coupons. I will enjoy, I like looking through coupons like that. This is from Rebecca. And Rebecca had sent us a package a week or so ago. She sent us some Cattleman's Cut jerky, and which Kevin reviewed. She sent Kevin some Metal Earths, which you saw him put together earlier in this vlog. And what has she sent now?
I'm gonna pull it all out.
Okay. She sent you more Metal. Oh, look what she did. Oh my gosh. She sent this card for Gavin.
And it's not like for
it has Gavin's name on. Oh my gosh. A frozen nightlight for Amelia. How nice is that? They are just gonna be in love with these.
She found one. It says Tammy, but Tammy will never put it together. So it's
no, I don't put those together. I can't.
One World Trade Center.
Oh my gosh, but she got it in honor of Tammy. That's what that meant. Well, let me read what she said. Oh, I'm so glad.
It's the child. For the Mandalorian.
Dear Tammy and Kevin, here is another surprise for you both. I saw the car and nightlight at work and wanted to get them for Gavin and Amelia. I didn't want to leave you both out either. Enjoy and have fun, Becky. Since I think of us as distant friends, you can call me Becky. Oh, instead of Rebecca, because her package actually said Becky, and I still called her Rebecca. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll enjoy putting those together.
Yes, that is awesome. And she wrote Kevin on there. You just can't see it. I love him, and I was worried that I would not enjoy the second season as much as the first. And I think I liked the second season as much, if not more, than the first.
At least you knew kind of what was going on.
Oh, I loved it, and I could watch it again. That's one that Kevin and I watched alone. But like, if Gavin came over and he wanted to watch it again, I would totally watch it with him, because there was so much that happened, and I was thinking, gosh, I wish Gavin were here so we could talk about what was going on.
Yeah, because he likes to talk about shows, and you have to tell him, don't say anything, we haven't watched it yet.
If you cannot watch a movie with him unless you've already seen it. Unless you've seen it. Because at the very beginning, he's like, well, did you know? And then he starts telling a little bit, and you think, oh, he's gonna stop. No,
he doesn't.
The child tells the whole story. So this is so cute, this nightlight. And then this car, he is going to love, and look, the door's open. Yeah, he will love that. Oh, wait. Oh, I love that kind. Okay, thank you so much. And then this one is from Coco's Confection in Maryland.
We'll see. It's very light box. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, okay. They actually contacted me on Instagram. They have these, yes. My name is Mr. Squeezy Pop. I am the newest squeeze in lick from Coco's. My hair is a lollipop, and I have gel candy in my belly. While licking the lollipop on top of my head, squeeze my tummy to add a sour fruit flavored gel candy. My lollipop and gel candy combination comes in 3 fruity flavors: blue raspberry, strawberry, and green apple. I look forward to hearing your thoughts and seeing pictures. So yeah, they reached out to me on Instagram and said, would you like to try these? Kevin and I love candy. We love trying candy. So
I feel like it's holographic. Like it makes these little bursts.
Cool. So yeah,
I don't want to open the plastic though.
You will probably see the review of this before you even see it in the vlog, because it is new. I will want to do the review as soon as possible. So you will probably have already seen this review before you see it here. But thank you all so much. I'm sure they're not watching, but I appreciate this. And Becky and Jean, thank you so much. whatever magic you have, I hope you keep it up, because I mean, that is awesome. I told Kevin, I said it would be cool. I would do some kind of like recipe or something like that using these, but what's the point?
No, nobody else can get
because
all of them.
nobody can buy them anymore. So we're just enjoying them. We enjoy as our nightly treat. So thank you very much. If you ever wonder, what does Tammy do with all that Stonewall Kitchen peach amaretto jams that I see in the grocery haul? This is every single day for lunch. Unless we're like gone to Lexington or something, this is what I have. And then I'll take something with me, like a bar or something like that. But I absolutely love it. I always have 3 pieces of toast and this peach amaretto jam, and that's why I go through it so quickly, because I love it. Becky, I wanted to let you know, Kevin, both of us recognized this when we opened it, and we thought he had worked it, and he had already put this together. So we will keep this one put up in case something happens to that one, though. One World Trade Center, he does have that, but just in case you're wondering, I want to show you at the end of my videos, or in the description of my videos, this is what's under the video. And I just copy and paste this because unless I use different music, this is the same music that I like to use every time. And then this is information that I put in every video. So because so many people had asked, I made a link for my Starbucks mug collection, so people could click on that and see which ones I have and which ones I don't. But then Kevin also, there's a link here for his Metal Earth collection. So when you click on that, it comes up with this list of Kevin's Metal Earth collections. And so that One World Tower, he's got them in alphabetical order, so I'm assuming it was on here. Yeah, right there, One World Trade Center. But if you didn't know this existed, then now you do. So we've said it before, we never expect anyone to buy us anything. But if you're ever curious what models Kevin owns, then this is the list of all the Metal Earth models he owns. So this is the Metal Earth website, and oh, did you not see that a while ago?
I got those 3 basically, that besides the child.
Okay, so yeah, Becky said, well, let's go to the actual page.
Okay,
Coming soon?
No, yeah, no, it's under premium. When you go to the Mandalorian, yeah, they're right there. They're the 3 at the bottom.
Okay, so yeah, these are coming soon, and what we didn't know was that you can actually pre-order these Metal Earth kits. So they say coming soon, but they don't tell you the date they're coming out. So Kevin has pre-ordered Razor Crest, which is the ship in the Mandalorian, and then IG-11, is that how you say his name?
Mm-hmm.
And then the Mandalorian. So what we wanted, what were the other ones?
You have to go back to home.
Go
to the premium.
What's new?
Yeah, you can go to what's new. That's fine. Yeah, and see the Terminator. If you click on
okay, this is the one. This is the one that Kevin really wanted, the Terminator, and
it's
so
out, but it's sold out.
Right, so we kept going to the website, and it said coming soon, but it didn't give the date. Well, I'll be darned, Kevin went there today, and they've sold out. They got it in, sold out. So we don't even know the date that it was released because we had no idea. So now we know you can pre-order them. So he's put himself like on a list, and so when it comes back in, he will be notified that it's back in stock. So we had no idea that you could pre-order. But see, they make all the Flintstones. I don't think we have any of the Flintstones. Oh, it's just that one.
They're very squarish looking.
Right.
I don't know.
Dinosaur, we do have some dinosaurs. The ships are really nice. But anyway, this is the site you want to go to if you are interested in seeing these. We have that piano, but we don't have any of those other ones. But yeah, if you're interested in seeing what they offer, then go to metalearth.com. I watched another documentary on Netflix, and I'm not going to go into it a lot, but it's called Challenger. What is it called? Hold on. It's called Challenger: The Final Flight. and it is about the space shuttle Challenger that in 1986 it blew up. And I remember I was at home from school, so I don't know if it was a snow day or it was a teacher day. Kevin, were you home when the space shuttle?
Yeah, it seems like we were. It took place like a year ago. So
A year ago?
not a year ago.
What are you talking about?
This like a few days ago that was the anniversary.
Yes, a few days ago,
Yeah.
years in 1986.
Yeah. So I'm guessing I was home for like a snow break or something because I remember being at home watching it.
Yeah, I was at home, and we had this little TV in the kitchen, and I was sitting at home and watching it, and I don't remember if it was a snow day or what, but anyway, it's on Netflix, so if you get Netflix, it's on there. It's only 4 parts, and it's very, very good, because I'm not a person that watches the news, and so I had no idea that anything had ever come of it, that there was any fault lay with anybody. I thought it was just something that happened. So it was a very, very interesting, and if you're into space stuff, even if you're not really into space stuff, I still think it's interesting. You learn about the lives of the people that died, and you get to see their husbands and wives, and it's just or husband and wives. It was very, very interesting though. So I just want to tell you that so that you don't miss it on Netflix. We're having breakfast for dinner tonight. We're gonna have sausage. This is just regular sausage, and we have biscuits, and we have eggs.
Yes, I know I'm using a metal utensil. Be careful.
We're being careful. So I'll show you what it looks like when I put it together. But I just put the sausage, egg, and biscuit all together in one, and it's absolutely delicious. So this is how they look. I used to use cheese, a slice of cheese, believe it or not, but I don't think I need it. The egg was so big that I flipped it. It's like double, but that's okay. Well, someone asked me the question, what kind of music do we like? And Kevin's eating one of those Frosted Flake bars.
Cereal bars.
Cereal bars.
Good.
Yeah, they're really good. They're only 100 calories. I think they were in our favorites last month. What kind of music do we like, and do we go to concerts? So I've only been to a couple of concerts in my whole life. I think I went when I was a teenager to see Amy Grant at Rupp Arena.
Who?
Amy Grant, the Christian, when she was singing Christian rock or whatever. And then I went to see Chicago and the Beach Boys. And that was it. I really don't remember ever going to any other concerts. Not what you would consider like I've never been to a real, like, genuine concert where people are smoking pot or whatever they do at those concerts. I've never had that experience at all in my life.
I have.
You have? Well, Kevin can tell you who he saw.
Funny story. My mom bought the tickets for me and my cousin to go to this concert, right? So you're talking about the 80s. So she bought the tickets, and she was all excited about it. She bought Billy Joel tickets. That's what she thought. So she thought Billy Joel, piano man, clean, classy.
Some of you have heard this before.
Billy Idol was who we actually got tickets for, which is a completely different kind of music.
When did she realize that it was Billy Idol?
Not till right before we went.
Did she go with you?
She dropped us off, and then me and him went in, and we were only, Lord, we couldn't have been more than 14 and 15. I bet you we were younger than that. We had to have been younger than that.
So do you think someone told her, or do you think...
I think she looked at the ticket and
realized
it wasn't
that she had made
either that or I told her, Mom, you realize this is Billy Idol.
She's made major mistakes like that before. Major mistakes.
So, we enjoyed it. It was a good concert, but he was either completely drunk or completely wasted, one of the two. I don't know. But he fell off the stage into the crowd, and they pushed him back up there. It was just crazy. And people were around just smoking pot like mad in there. It was nuts.
So who else have you seen?
I've seen a bunch of concerts, kind of like you did with your parents. Like we used to do the state fair. Dad used to go to the state fair every year. And the state fair for Kentucky, they always had a concert every day.
Yeah.
And so I saw Eddie Rabbit. I'm sure I saw like Conway Twitty and
I never saw him.
Kenny Rogers. I think I saw him once. It was a bunch of different, mostly country people. Country music people, but yeah, I saw bunches of those. I mean, we went to those for probably 5 or 6 years straight, and I saw 2 or 3 concerts every year in those. So they were big concerts, though. I mean, they were, arena-sized concerts.
As much as I love certain people, I would not want to go to one of their concerts. For example, I love Coldplay.
Yeah.
I really like Chris Martin and Coldplay. I have watched their documentary. I thought it was very interesting seeing where they grew up and how they got started and stuff like that. But I would not want to go to one of their concerts. For me, it's not fun to be in a big crowd like that. It's honestly,
And they're all acting like idiots because half of them are drunk.
yeah, it honestly creates a fear in me. Back years ago, Kevin got tickets to see, what was it on ice?
It was the ice, the stars on ice. It was the Olympics.
Yeah, it was
people.
And
It was all Olympians. It wasn't like the shows on ice. It was Olympic skaters.
And then we went, didn't we do we did something with Ashley where we saw some ice show too.
Yeah, probably Disney or.
And honestly, when I get in those places, once I get in there and I'm watching the show, I'm fine. But this is how morbid I am. It's always in the back of my mind that if a fire breaks out or if something happens, like what happened at that Ariana Grande concert where was that, in Manchester or something?
Yeah.
That is the kind of thoughts that I have and I've always had them. So way before Ariana Grande, and I think it stems back from as a kid hearing about that rock concert where the people got trampled.
Yeah, I'd say that would happen.
And people got killed. Yeah, they panicked, and
that
people got killed. I mean, here they had gone to this rock concert.
I mean, you got 30, 40,000 people in one building. I mean,
yeah,
that's a lot of people.
And then you hear about these somewhere over in the UK. I'm pretty sure it might not have been in the UK, but it was across the pond, where they were at a sports. Like a soccer match or something, and the bleachers just totally collapsed.
Yeah.
And that's my mind. That's what I think about.
I don't think that negatively.
I do. I think about, okay, if there's a crazy person in here with a bomb, or if there's a fire, I'm looking around to how many exits
Paranoid.
are there.
She's more paranoid.
I am.
I had fun, but I wouldn't want to go just for the fact that I don't want all that drunk idiocy going on.
I'm not that way in my daily life though at all. I do not feel like I'm a paranoid person. Do you feel like I'm paranoid?
No,
I really don't feel like
you
I'm
were a worrier at one time, and I think you've kind of gotten over all
Yes,
that.
at one time I worried constantly. Now I don't worry at all.
My theory is if you have no control over it, why worry about it?
I stay completely oblivious to everything going on around me, and then I don't worry about it.
You can't worry about a plane falling on your house because you have no control over that plane falling on your house, so you can't worry about it. Just whatever.
Right, there's nothing you can do about it.
There's nothing you can do except move somewhere where planes don't go.
Right. Bad weather. If bad weather's coming, bad weather's coming.
Yeah,
I'm not going to stop it. So I don't worry. I have learned that worrying doesn't help anything at all. Mm-hmm. It doesn't solve any problems. It doesn't fix anything. So I literally will just stay oblivious, and life is much happier. Yeah, I'm a much happier person. Drug free. Some people have to take medication and stuff like that to stay on an even sanity level. I don't have to take anything. I don't watch the news and stuff like that, because I think that has to do with a lot of people being miserable and depressed. And if you just don't turn it on at all, and avoid that kind of thing, then you'll just be a lot happier person.
Well, getting back to concerts, I had a lot of friends that were avid concert goers. I mean, they went to every concert Rupp Arena had in Lexington, they would go to. I mean, they would go to Cincinnati and go to concerts. They would go to concerts like probably 10 a year.
It would be a house payment now, though, to go.
Oh, it's very, well, you can get the, yeah.
Unless you
nowadays it is a lot higher.
In the nosebleed section.
In the 80s, it wasn't that bad, though. I mean, you were still talking $30, $40 a ticket, but it wasn't the $400 a ticket like it is now.
But now, yeah, it's a car payment. Just
now you're better off going to Vegas.
Truly.
A show in Vegas.
Now we did do that. We I don't consider that a concert, but we saw Penn and Teller, and that's a show. So we did see Penn and Teller.
Yeah, but
now
I wouldn't recommend anybody else go to see Penn and Teller.
Now, no, I would never recommend Penn and Teller. I did not. It was not enjoyable at all. It wasn't funny. It just was not.
It was
enjoyable
too old school
at all. But I would recommend, if you're interested in going to see a lot of shows, Las Vegas is a great place to go because you can get what is that, Cirque du Soleil?
Yeah, if they're still around.
Celine Dion has had a.
Is she still around?
Oh yeah, a lot of people have made their home in Vegas. I know for a couple of years there, I think Britney Spears did. I don't know. She's not there. Donnie and Marie did it. And there's just all kinds of people.
But they're expensive too.
They're very expensive. Yes, very, very expensive.
But some of them you dress up for. Well, we did. You don't have to, but most people do dress up for some of the swankier shows. They'll dress, you got a dress shirt and dress pants.
Right. That's just what we felt comfortable in.
They got rid of the best one, which was Phantom of the Opera.
It was called Phantom. And it was absolutely, if I knew they were going to bring that back and it was the same show and they were going to bring it back, I would have to plan a trip out there because it was absolutely worth it. So if you ever saw Phantom, consider yourself lucky. Now, I do, it's more of a show. I like to be entertained that way with I like dancing, and we have a thing in Lexington. It's a grand night for singing.
Yeah, that's all.
And they have a lot of different people that will get up on stage, and there's different songs, and it's just very, very entertaining. It's not a concert, which you would consider a concert, but it's just entertaining. I personally would rather go to see like a Broadway show than anything. And the reason we don't do it is because it's just, who has the money to do? I would feel so guilty afterwards. The only one that I've told Kevin, if Hamilton ever comes, I'm willing to spend the money. The last show that we saw was Wicked.
No, we saw that Mormon one.
Oh, we saw the Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did see the Book of Mormon, but we saw Wicked.
Wicked was wicked. It was good.
And I like that's my kind of entertainment.
Yeah. I enjoyed those too.
I would rather be entertained in that way than go to a concert.
You know what though? I really like the swankier concerts. Like we went to one that was a soprano singing at the UK Singletary Center.
Right.
And it was some well-known soprano, and I had to do it for our music classes while we had to do it.
And we got a cheaper ticket because he was a student.
But we loved it. Both of us really loved the singing and stuff.
Yeah.
So things like that I would enjoy, but they're so expensive.
And they have like special ones at the Singletary Center where they'll like during Halloween time, they'll do like Halloween music, and it's all this orchestra is playing like different Halloween songs. I would like to go to that. That would be right up my alley. But I just honest to goodness have not wanted to spend the money on anything like that. That's probably why we don't go out to eat very much at all. I know it is because it's gone. That money is just it's just gone. So I just haven't wanted to do it, or we would probably do that all the time. But you asked who do we like as far as music? Kevin likes a lot of music that I don't like. Kevin listens to a lot of music like Ashley listens to.
I listen to the stuff that's on the radio, like right now.
Right. And I consider most of that music absolute trash and filth. They care about one thing in those songs and one thing only, and it's just And I know people say, oh, but back when we were young, we had dirty songs too. Not like now. They're not like now. They are explicit. I mean, very, very explicit. And it's nothing like, it was nothing like it is now. But I do like Coldplay, but I'll probably like more older songs is what I like to listen to. Who are some that you like? Do you even know? See, Kevin knows a lot of the songs,
I don't know who sings
but
them.
Kevin doesn't know who sings them. So he can tell you, oh yeah, I know that and that and that, and he hears them, but
I can even know some of the lyrics to it.
but he has no idea, because it's not like, at least the radio station we listen to, it's not like it was back when we were kids. When we were kids, they would announce the song and the name of the song and who the artist was.
Yeah.
They really don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
They don't say that was
Like, that was Beat It
Lady
by Michael
Gaga,
Jackson.
exactly, or Lady Gaga singing "Born This Way."
Yeah.
They don't do stuff like that. You either know it or you don't, or you go and search for it. Or
You know what, though? A
don't.
lot of people, like Ashley, listens to music all day long. We just don't do that. I'm an opportunistic music listener. When I'm in my car and it's on.
Right.
But I don't sit here and have music on.
And
Whereas a
then-
lot of
right.
people do. A lot of people would have Spotify or Amazon Music or something running on their computer, listening to it while they're doing stuff.
But see, Kevin prefers to listen to somebody on Twitch.
Yeah, I'd rather listen to somebody play a video game while I'm doing something. If they're doing something
Yeah.
funny, I'll switch over and watch it for a minute and then go back.
And I'm catching up on either a YouTube video from somebody,
Yeah.
or I'm watching a Netflix show or something like
it's just
that.
different. Because I remember back when I was a teenager, I did listen to music.
I
all
listen
the
to
time.
music all the
You know.
time. Yeah. And the popular music station back then was 100 FM. I didn't even start really listening to the radio like that until I was in 6th grade. And my friends at school were talking about this 100 FM, and I thought, what is that? I mean, I truly did not know what that was. And then I found out this is a radio station, and this is popular with everybody, and all your classmates are listening to it, and you're not. That's when I started listening to music, because it was like one of those things where I was an oddball. So anyway, hopefully that answers your question. I wanted to tell you all that way back, Kevin had gone to the eye doctor, and we
It's
went.
been a year and a couple months probably.
We, since Andrew and Ashley were very, very small, we've gone to the same place. It is, it's one of those value places, and it's in like it's not in the mall. What do you call it? A shopping center. It's in a shopping center, and we've always done that because we have never had coverage for eye exams on our health insurance, and we've always had to pay out of pocket, and it's very, very expensive. So we've always went to one of these value places, and I honestly, until the day I died, it would have never even dawned on me to go anywhere else. But Ashley's moved out, and Ashley went to a new place. Ashley actually went to an eye doctor in a building, in a really nice building, all on its own, and apparently it's really, really nice on the inside.
Nice.
And she told me, she said, Mom, it's only about $20 more to go see this doctor in this nice place. It's only about $20 more, because let me tell you what we were doing. We were going to the value place, and you would go in the value place, and it seemed like everybody in Lexington was waiting in the value place. There were people waiting in the chairs. There were people standing at the counter waiting. There's people trying on glasses waiting. There's probably 2 doctors in at a time, and it never goes fast enough, and everybody just seems miserable because you're all having to wait together. And but Ashley's like, Mom, this is only like $20 more for you to go to a really nice place. And it's like, you know what? We have the extra $20 now. Back then, when they were kids, we didn't have 20. We didn't have. I couldn't have given you the extra $20. Now it's like, oh yes, it's worth the extra $20 to not have to deal with everybody else.
Now that's just the cost of the exam.
The exam. So, Kevin went today to the new place.
It was very
After
nice.
all these years of going to the value place, this is the really the first really nice place he's been to.
You know what I felt the biggest difference was? I actually felt like I was given time by the doctor.
I never necessarily felt rushed.
I always felt like they were. But I didn't feel rushed like in and they get you out of there. I never felt like that, but I always felt like they weren't telling me everything they could be telling me about, options and things like that.
Right.
They told me what they wanted, what they thought was best, and then this is what you should do. Get out of here. That's how I felt. This guy, he really went through. Well, you've got 3 or 4 options. There's a best one, and there's some other ones you could do if you wanted to, but they're probably not going to work for you as well. But he really went through a lot. He spent time, with me one-on-one talking through things. So I felt good about that. But it did end up being more expensive.
It did end up being more expensive because where the big difference comes into play, so you should know this if you want to make the move. The big difference comes into play is when you go to get your glasses. So now Kevin could have taken his prescription and he could have gone to the Value Vision place and he could
Although they do not like to fill prescriptions from other places. Remember, we've had this issue before.
No, they don't. The Value place doesn't like it. So even though the doctor Kevin went to today doesn't mind writing the prescription, they want their own doctor to see you. Well, that's because they're making money.
Yeah, that's probably where they make their money.
But the big difference comes into play when you do choose those glasses, because if you go to the Value place, you can get frames for like $69, starting at $69. At this place,
the lowest adult men's frame were $130, $128, something like that.
Yeah, so I mean,
you're literally twice as much.
Yeah, so you're paying a little bit more for the exam, but then you are going to pay more for your glasses that you get.
Now, I did get, mine were more expensive this time because I'm going to an old person's lens. I'm going through to a progressive lens, so I've got reading glasses kind of built into the glasses. They cost more. The good thing is my glasses, I really don't wear. I don't wear my glasses daily. Like right now, I've got contacts in, so my glasses are really only for nights. So in the half hour to an hour before bed, I'll take my contacts out, put my glasses on. We might watch TV. I might get on the computer or something. So I'll keep these same glasses for probably 3 or 4 years, just like I did the other ones. As long as I can still see mostly well out of them. So it's worth the money.
It's worth the money. We get one of those on our insurance card. With our insurance, we get one of those cards where we get $1,000 a year. So today he used up almost. He used what, 600 and something.
$600.
600. He used $600 out of that 1,000, and we're only in February.
Yeah.
But
I did get the thin lenses.
But he didn't get that's not inclon't the cost for contacts.
No, but contacts usually only a couple $100.
By the time he gets the contacts, we won't be going to the doctor. We'll be staying home.
We didn't go to the doctor last year.
Knock on wood. This table isn't wood, is it?
Yeah, it's wood underneath there.
I was gonna say, where is the wood?
It's pressed wood.
The Kleenex box is wood.
There's some pressed wood.
But I did want to say before my camera cuts off. He was told a couple years ago when he did go to that Value place that he had this macular degeneration or something. It turns out he does not have that.
Yeah, he said there's some dark like little spots, but he said it's just nothing to really.
He said it's not even. He said it's not.
It's not even really mild.
No, he said it wouldn't even be considered mild. It would be considered just not even too mild. So I mean, I told Kevin, I said I wouldn't even tell people I have that then, and he said I'm not going to, because why? It's like if it's below mild, then you don't have it. So that is nice, and that is something that it was always in the back of my mind that I was kind of worried about this for Kevin, and so it turns out that he doesn't even have to worry about that at all.
Just check it every once in a while with a little chart.
But as far as the contacts go, he has a trial pair in, and then he's going to wear those for a week. And then what do you have to do? Go back in a week?
Just go back in, let him measure them, let him make sure they look okay, make sure my vision's still good.
And if they're okay, then he'll order those, and
Yeah.
that's when the other money will come into play.
Unfortunately, my eyes are at a point I still have to wear readers to go work on the computer, but
Yeah. Well, and you wear it to do your needlepoint, don't you?
yeah, those are more powerful than these. Those
Yeah.
are 3s.
Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to let you all know, if you're like me and you've only been to the value place, there's other places that you can go. It just literally never dawned on me. And you know, that place was always there. It was always easy. You don't have to make an appointment. You could just walk in. This place, you know, it's a doctor's office, so you make an appointment and all that. But in the end, I do think it's worth it. So I'm sweaty because I've been on the Oculus, but I am going to end the vlog for the week because I know it's an hour long. You see Mr. Chapel behind here. When he gets cold, this is what he does. He tucks himself in under the comforter. So I always make sure that it's folded so that he can tuck himself in under there. I think it's really, really cute. I wanted to tell you one thing really quick though before I let you go. I watched the 3rd season of The Sinner, and I pretty much binged it. If you don't know this, it's called The Sinner, and it's had 2 seasons, and then it's been off for a while, and then Netflix notifies me through email, hey, there's a new season out. The 1st season had like Jessica Biel in it, but there's different people in it every season, so the main people that they focus on. And I liked the 1st season and the 2nd season. This season, I did not get into the storyline as much. The whole season, it's the premise for everything in the season happening was such shallow reasoning. It just wasn't a good basis to build a story on. You know, to have a really, really good show, you need that base storyline to be terrific, and then go from there, build on from there. And it wasn't there. So you're wondering right at first why things are going on, and then when they explain to you why things are going on, it's like, well, big deal. I mean, it just wasn't that good. So if you watch The Sinner, you'll have to let me know. This was out of the seasons that have been on, this was absolutely my least favorite. And the other 2 were much, much, much better. Anyway, I hope you all are having a good week. We're supposed to be getting some ice, possibly some snow, so you might be seeing that for the next week's vlog. So I hope you all have a good week, and thanks for watching.